Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Echo Park Speedway right here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. We are excited to bring you guys live right here on the Racers Elite Network for the Giant Peach 105. Today, up here in the booth, you got myself, Mike Taylor, alongside me, the mastermind of pure chaos, Dakota LaRue. We are starting to come down to the nitty gritty here in our uh, season as we are inching closer and closer here to the final couple of races. And the man right now that everybody is absolutely chasing is none other than Kensley Smith with Driving Extreme Inc. He's currently sitting on top of the leaderboard with 2,065 points. Right behind him, the mastermind of Super Speedway for Chicken Coop Racing, Andrew Teft. Sitting back behind him with 2051 points. Terry Fennell's finally making some noise up here in the top three. He's got 2050 points. Steve Vest with 2,043 points. Ryan Warp with 2,043 points as well. So they are currently tied for fifth. Barry Nelson, Aaron Roth, Jack Kelly, Timothy Eisburn, Steve Castle, Jonathan Stidham, and Rob Yost are your current drivers in the chase, and that's how they currently stand. I don't know why this is looking a little funky to me. I gotta go ahead and get all that updated here. But Dakota, ever since we came to this super speedway style racing, what have your thoughts been about just everything on how all this plays out?
I mean, we get different track and car combos every week, right? So it does keep it kind of interesting as, these drivers have a chance to kind of show that, every track is a little different and every car is slightly different. And it really goes to show how much practice these guys have put in to be able to actually, what I'm looking for, handle every single version of track car combos we've been doing.
Yes, it's been very interesting, as we move on. Um, so like today we've got, oh, I believe it's the cup cars here. Yeah. Yep. We've got the cup cars here tonight. Next week we have, I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me take a look here real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. That's for next season. I'm excited for next season. Yeah, so we got iRacing Super Speedway with the Gen 4s next week, and then the following week on February 6th, we've got the season finale at Daytona in the next gen. So two totally different types of racetracks, two totally type of beasts, and man, I'm telling you, we are absolutely in for an amazing treat the next 3 weeks, including tonight.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we've had all sorts of fun races. We've had the mini stocks at Charlotte, I believe. We raced the 87s. We did the Cup car, the trucks, the Xfinity car, all like Atlanta, Talladega, Daytona. We did Charlotte. I mean, a couple other tracks. So it's, at least it ain't just, Daytona every single week. Same car kind of thing. It's been keeping it somewhat interesting. And these guys, I mean, they they have really clean races and they do a phenomenal job at keeping it interesting as they do, battle 2 or 3 wide at times and very minimal wrecks.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more on that. You know, like I've been saying, we're in for an absolute amazing treat here. Um, so why is is it all of a sudden we're not going to want to work? Oh, missing a semicolon is right there. Yeah, it's background. All right, so we are finishing up the qualifying here, and before we fully get into it, I'm going to try my best to get all this updated here and looking right so that I can share this with you guys. Whoops. I just absolutely love when everything works, and then we're here to start going, and guess what? It doesn't want to work. But that's all right. Well, it seems like I'm starting to figure out what the problem
Ooh,
is.
I finally got loaded in. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and I'll come back to this. Let's go ahead and take a look here at our starting lineup for today's event. And starting on the pole, it's going to be Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine with Austin Sale. Kyle Hess and Aaron Rowland make up row number 2. Row 3, Robert Morris and Terry Fennell. Row number 4, Jonathan Stidham and Richie Joplin. Row number 5, you got Blake Davis and Truth Hope. Joe Bonner, Timothy Eisburn make up row number 6. Jack Kelly and Barry Nelson make up row number 7. Row number 8, Steve S. will be joined by Dana Ryan. Andrew Teft and Troy Thomas will make up row number 9. Kensley Smith, Kirby Wainscott, row 10. Steve Castle and Trevor Fettig will make up row number 11. And rounding out our field is going to be Brett Bray in that number 6 Ford Mustang. Ladies and gentlemen, cars are beginning to roll out here on track. That means we're going to get ready to go racing this time by.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but I think that 66 is unsponsored this week.
As the field comes out of turn number 4, and we are green flag racing once here. Down into turn number 1, Ryan Ward quickly out to the race lead. Kyle Heston at number 86 machine. There we go. So that the sound is not being drowned out. Early on, we already have some really good side-by-side racing. These guys trying to figure out where exactly do they want to be in this whole entire mix of things. So that outside lane not really going very far, as we're watching Austin Sale try to make something work on that outside, but he's just having a really hard time making something stick up there. But as of right now, a couple other cars are going to join him, including Stidham in that number 42 machine. He's going to try to make something happen on that outside, but they are continuing to fall back. And as of right now,
Right now, the inside line's looking pretty strong. The top four are almost clear, completely single file here. But that 42 fighting back on the outside, trying to get on the outside of the 11, I believe that is.
Yep.
It's going to be Blake Davis and Jonathan Stidham there.
Yeah, so they're going to continue to run side by side. That 300 machine almost got up into the wall in the middle of 3 and 4, but was able to keep it off. You know, as these drivers come across the start finish line to start lap number 5. You know, so this next time by, we're going to drop down into 100 laps to go. Oh, we have one car going way off. That is Blake Davis in that number 11 machine. It looks like he was able to keep it off the wall. So let's go back. Let's take a look, see what happened here.
I don't know. I honestly thought he was just pulling down to the apron.
Yeah, so he did get a good chunk of the wall there. So that's something that we're going to have to keep our eye on, as he will now bring up the back end of this field. Yeah, so as of right now, it looks like our top 8 or 9 drivers have gone ahead and began running single file, as Kensley, I think it's Troy Thomas in that number 3 machine, Stidham. Yeah, Stidham's up top now. Stidham is in a different paint scheme, so I'm not used to seeing that number 42 looking the way it looks. So forgive me there. And another driver that has a different paint scheme this week is Truth Hope in that number 55 machine.
Yeah, a few people with the paint schemes look slightly different, but they're pretty much the same. Like Ryan Ward, for instance. I mean, I think his paint scheme looks just a hair different. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, so
and a couple other people. But
yeah, Truth Hope in that Hawaiian Tropic number 55 machine this week. So brand new paint scheme there for that driver. As we have trouble up here in turns 1, Stidham is involved in this one, and I think I saw Truth Hope. Yet he is destroyed down here in turns 1 and 2. I think I saw. Yeah, I know I saw Timothy Eisburn involved here. But let's go back. See what happens.
looks like that. Tried to go 3 wide there.
Yeah, looks like the 92 got kind of turned off the front end of Kensley Smith there. And he was still having a lot of trouble trying to keep it up. And that's caused everybody behind them to get ran up the track. So Steve Castle, he went up into the 42 of Stidham. The 28 of Barry Nelson, he goes around here. Truth Hope piled in there a little bit later. And is that the 06? No, 66 of Aaron Rowland involved here as well. And so, I mean, just like that, that's how fast all this happens. As we take a look at it one more time at full speed. Looking at that number 28, just absolutely driving it backwards. That's pretty good driving there, actually. Let's go back. I want to go back and watch that one more time. And this time, we're going to ride on board.
Yeah, and just another note while you're looking at that, everybody but 2 people, Joe Bonner and Kinsley Smith, have pit. So it's going to throw them on a little bit different of a pit cycle here if we do have a long green flag run.
Yeah, so Barry Nelson playing Tone Mater. Really good audition. All right, so while we're under this caution, I'm going to continue trying to do what I need to do here to make those highlight stuff look much better. So give me just a couple more moments, and I should be able to get that all taken care of here. So ultimately, it didn't like the fact that there's spaces like like there should be, which is weird. Oops. And one driver that I need to absolutely make sure that looks beautiful is Steve Castle because last week my dyslexia got the best of me, and when I was putting in his numbers for his ID, I swapped the last two numbers, and so Steve Castle was not showing up on the overlay as a chase contender. Which, in fact, he is a chase contender. I just want to be clear. Alrighty, Dakota, they're getting ready to come back to the green flag. You want to go ahead and bring us through for the first couple laps here?
Oh, I could definitely try here. So it looks like Joe Bonner going to be bringing us back here. So he's going to have to go in the restart box. Kinsley Smith was outside. And Kinsley Smith's going to be probably looking to drop down to the inside as quickly as possible here. As these two did stay out last caution here, and everyone else went into pits, so they are going to be a little bit different of a pit cycle, but they probably did it to gain positions, as it's really hard to get positions here. But Joe Bonner leading us to the green in the box this time. Kinsley Smith with a pretty good hole to drop down if he's pretty quick to do so, and he does. Joe Bonner out to a phenomenal lead, though. So we're going to keep our eyes on things here. The front five have got single filed out. Looks like Ryan Wark trying to work his way up into sixth place. He's single filed out for the most part here. And everyone looking for positions. We got two cars going to the outside trying to get around, I believe, Jack Kelly there. For that third place spot, so it was Austin Sale, and he's all over the back bumper. Kinsley Smith here looking to the outside, trying to get around him as well, wasting no time trying to get up here towards the front, but I do believe he's going to have to drop back down this time. And the entire field, but a few cars single filed out for the most part. Got a little bit side-by-side action, but oh, had a little bit of a checkup there, which did allow leave. That is the 92 of Timothy Osborne. No. That was the 98 of Andrew Tess, who was in a little bit different of a paint scheme as well this week. Caught me off guard. And things are kind of settled down now. Everybody's single filed out, and it sounds like we're just riding and cruising at the moment here as we're working lap 16 of 105. These drivers do have a pretty long time to try to make up some spots here and get that outside line working. I will say, my experience here, you know, especially when it comes to league racing, I'm typically nose to tail almost all the way through the field going around the track here and side by side, but Racers Elite does do things slightly different. They do like to be calm and kind of take their time with things. They don't necessarily have to push to be fast every single lap.
Yeah, that's definitely very true there for sure. Just one more moment.
Andrew Teth working his way up to fifth here. Looks like I think the 38 of Jack Kelly got shuffled out to the outside, so he's bleeding positions now. Going to drop it down in front of that number 50 at Terry Fennell, and things are single filed out except for the back. We do have one side by side battle. We got someone going through the grass. Not sure what happened there. Looks like Austin Sill going for a little bit of a ride. And one thing I will say about the travel here, if you go through the grass, it is very bumpy. As we saw, he got a little bit of airtime there, but it will not bring out a caution. Oh, looks like Austin Sill did crash. Take a look here again.
Austin.
Yeah, it looks like he was coming back up to speed on the apron here and just looped it around. Unfortunate for him as he did just get sent through the grass there. Now he's having issues there. Hopefully it doesn't bring out a caution, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, there he goes.
But we are working about lap 20 now. And the whole entire field is single filed out, so kind of just cruising and taking our time here. Joe Bonner to the lead. Kansas Smith still sitting P2. These two will have to pit about 10 laps sooner than everyone else here, so gonna see how that strategy plays out for them.
Yeah, definitely has. That's definitely something that we have to keep our eye on. As I don't know why we're showing the starting grid again.
Hey man, you know sometimes it's good to go over things, but I will say Joe Bonner and Kinsley Smith up 10 and 17 spots at the moment. So I mean, biggest movers so far in this race. Granted, it was due to pitch strategy. It's pretty hard to pass at Atlanta. You know, Daytona and stuff, you can go 2-3 wide and make that outside line work. But here, you're pushing if you're going 3 wide. It's a very tight track.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, the leader's loose. Bonner going around on the apron. He was able to collect it, save it. Looks like Osborne going down through the grass as well.
Yeah, save it. Hold on to it, Iceberg. He is still jumping and rolling through here.
Jesus, I gotta rewind that and see what the heck happened to Bonner there. He just absolutely tremendous save there.
Yeah, definitely a really good save there, and we'll go back and we'll take a look at it here in just a moment.
Oh, it looks like his rear end caught that apron just a little bit and it upset the car, but wow. So Kinsley Smith taking over the point now in that 15 machine. Ryan Warp up to second again, so he's been moving up through here. I believe he was about fourth or fifth not too long ago. Adrian Tett at the fourth spot now. Richie Joplin sitting third, so people are making passes, just not on the outside, just working their way through the field here.
All right. So let's go ahead and come back here. Take a look. See what happened here at first. Oh, it's like they all checked up when Stidham, I think it was, that got loose, and then that just caused Eisburn to get into the rear and break down into the trial here. So he's definitely going to lose the pack here, but he's found help in Kirby Wainscott in that number 10 machine. Yeah, so I'm just taking a look here at our tower, and Castle and that number 1 machine, he is now highlighted in blue as it should, as we have trouble here on the back straightaway. One car up into the air, as we have, that's not Wayne. I thought that was Wainscott there, but it looks like Brett Bray in that number 6 Fastenal machine involved in this one. Oh, the 66 of Aaron Rowland absolutely destroyed Troy Thomas in that.
Looked like the 66 got loose coming out of 2, and it seems like that is a trending thing for today, as Joe Bonner got loose earlier in front of the entire field and was able to save it. But it looks like he just got a little loose coming out of the corner and just that right down into the 88. Actually, a couple cars behind him even got loose, all at the same time. I believe the 11 machine of Blake Davis got loose as well.
Yeah, that one.
Which is
one car just absolutely went down, probably avoided that inside wall. But I believe that the 6 absolutely nowhere to go here. Little contact there for Kyle Hess. Who else was down there that
Let
hit
me go
the wall?
check something here.
We're going to come back here because I believe the 11 machine.
Track temp's only 101. It's a little weird that they're getting loose unless something is a little. Don't know.
So as we see here, Blake Davis, he barely makes contact with that inside wall. The 66 just pounds the wall, and that's where the 11 gets most of his damage. So a couple really hard hits here for a lot of these drivers. So let's go ahead and go back, watch it one more time at full speed. Oops. Wrong people. Let's try that again. I apologize about that. That's on me. That's on me. He gets hit hard. The 88 hits hard as well. Very unfortunate for a lot of these drivers here. So this ultimately is going to benefit Timothy Eisburn. After getting pretty much had to go down into the apron or into the grass on the front straightaway to miss all the action. So definitely good heads up driving for him.
Funny enough, Kinsley Smith, who stayed out last caution, went into pit this time. Now we got Ron Warp, Joplin, and Tiff staying out. So it's a complete reverse of the first fuel run here. But if you're good for one moment, I will be right back, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, guys. So we are doubling them up to get this thing going going again. Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine going to bring them to the green flag. Followed by Richie Joplin to his outside, the 98 of Andrew Teff to the inside there. Kensley Smith to his outside, and we are about to get ready to go green flag here once again as these drivers get them out here of turn number 2. And they are going to head back down into the restart zone. And we are green flag racing once again here at Echo Park. As you see, everybody still pretty much side by side. Richie Joplin doing a phenomenal job there on the outside, keeping his wits about him and keeping that outside lane up front. So for the first time here today, that outside lane doing a phenomenal job. As you see Richie Joplin actually trying to take over that top spot, thanks to help from Kensley Smith in that number 15 machine. Kensley Smith almost had him clear, but Richie Joplin will go ahead and lead this lap. Richie Joplin, again, almost clear. But now we're running at about 180 mile an hour pace lap as Joplin gets a little bit of a bad push there by the 15. And that's going to cause Joplin to drop down. And now that's going to leave Kensley Smith. And I believe that's Joe Bonner to the outside. Yeah, I believe that is Joe Bonner. Yeah, Joe Bonner in the number 22 machine, but he's showing up as number 53. Now here comes Andrew Teff to the outside now of Joplin. He's looking to take over the race lead. Kensley Smith up into the wall, and that causes carnage behind him. Truth Hoke around, the 11's around. We have an absolute parking lot here in the tri-oval. Have Steve Castle, he's involved here. Brett Bray, I believe, got involved here. Timothy Eisburn once again involved. Austin Sale. Kensley Smith hits that outside wall once again, right in front of the 92. Just absolutely broken there. I believe Kirby Wainscott got a piece of it as well. Steve Vest in the 06 machine. Yeah, Truth
And
Hoke.
man, that was absolute mayhem on the front stretch there, as it looked like a push going wrong. And as you said, Kinsley Smith getting into the wall 2 times, and just everyone else nowhere to go.
We're just going to watch this absolutely just unravel right in front of you. Couple really hard hits for a couple of these drivers. The 11 of Blake Davis, absolutely nowhere to go. We're going to come up here and we're going to slow it down here. So first, Kensley gets turned here by Joe Bonner, possibly. And then the 50 machine had absolutely nowhere to go. And from there, just absolute chaos. The 55 goes up, pounds the outside wall. That causes the 15 to jump back. Net code into the 11. The 28 involved here as well. Just very unfortunate for a lot of these drivers. All right, so Kirby Wainscott was not involved as he was able to slow it down. Watch back here with right on board here with Steve Vest. Yeah, see, with him just checking up just like that. He was able to keep it off the pit wall. So, no damage there for Steve Vest. So, he definitely got really lucky there. Sorry, my throat kept going dry, so I had to go grab a cough drop. All right, so Andrew Teft and Richie Joplin are going to bring the field to the green flag this time, followed by Ryan Warp and Jack Kelly. So we are coming to start lap number 35. so far what we have seen is that outside lane is having a lot of trouble trying to get going. So that's something that these drivers are definitely going to have to pay attention to for sure.
Yeah, that outside lines. I mean, they did a pretty good job last run, but just need to get pretty organized here. The outside lane is, I would say, fairly dominant here, more safe. You're able to kind of hold it up the line a little better, but you really got to have people you could trust to push you through the corner.
Yeah, definitely there, as we do have one driver, and I believe that's Kirby Wainscott. He's deciding to go ahead and drop back down to the back of the field. He doesn't want to be up there just yet. As you see Ryan Warp trying to work on the outside here of Jack Kelly. And Dana Ryan in that number 49. They snuck their way up to that 5th spot at the moment. Go ahead and get this refreshed right there. Andrew Teff just jumping back and forth between these lines as he's trying to hold off this entire pack. But he's doing a really good work right there. Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine. He's back there steadily in that 2nd spot. And then we jump back here to Richie Joplin in that number 89 machine, working the outside here of Kyle Hess. But Kyle Hess able to clear him now. He's got to worry about Austin Sale in that number 300 machine, who just got down onto the apron and wobbled in that Red Robin machine. But he was able to keep it nice and straight here as your front, maybe 11, 12 drivers are single file until you get back to not the 6. Definitely not the. Is it the 21?
I think it's about the 10 car right in there.
No, the 10 car is all the way in the back with Stidham, Eisburn, and Trevor Fettig.
Then yeah, around that 42 car now is that we do have someone dropping back to the outside.
Yeah, that's going to be Kyle Hess there in that number 86 Hess Gasoline Chevy Camaro. And as of right now, everybody's content just running single file as they come through turns 1 and 2. You know, we're closing in on the season finale. Next week, we have the iRacing Superspeedway, which is a very long 3-mile racetrack. The high banks are absolutely ridiculous. And, you know, the iRacing creators brought that home, you know, from NR 2003. So, you know, that's one track I never thought that I would see here on iRacing, as we have Steve Vest in that 06 machine now dropping to the back. Have you turned any laps on iRacing Superspeedway yet?
Yes and no, kind of. I know it's got the big old dips coming into 1 and out of the exit to 2, same for 3 and 4, and it's just kind of wide open, and you can run just about anywhere depending on the car you're using.
Yeah, absolutely. As we have trouble on the back straightaway. 2 cars, Austin Sale and Steve Vest. As Sale comes back up the track, but he will go ahead and... I'm sorry, that was Joplin who went back up track, and I think he possibly got slammed by, it looks like possibly Truth Hope. I think. All right, so let's go back here, take a look, see what happened here on the exit of turn 2. Yeah, it looks like the 89 of Joplin and Austin Sale, they kind of just met on the exit. Both of them slammed the outside wall. Sale able to keep it down, and then just the 89 of Joplin still trying to gain control, runs back up the track. And yes, he will get hit by. Was that the 10?
I
No.
think that is the 7-Eleven to
Yeah,
Trevor Figg there.
yeah. Trevor Fettig in the 7-Eleven machine.
And I
Sponsored
hate
by
to
the
say it,
Detroit Lions.
I honestly think if Richie would have just stayed on the brakes there after making contact with the wall.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead
But,
and
things happen.
yeah, let's go ahead and ride on board here with Trevor. Ah, hard hit. All right, so Ryan Warp, Barry Nelson, Robert Morris, and Robert Morris, they all stayed out. Jack Kelly, Andrew Teff, Steve Castle, Dana Ryan, and everybody behind, pretty much coming down pit road. I believe Truth Hook might have gotten the lucky dog this time by. All right. Richie Joplin says, let's get it. And how's it going? It's going pretty good, Richie. Christian uh, Lamb's Media Corner. Hello, how you doing? Bonner, let's go. LNG's Power Sports number 5366. Mr. Steve, let's go. Ryan Warp. Get it done, Iceberg. And that number 92 machine. Shaco LLC. How you guys doing? Freckleface. Team Warp. Let's go. Ryan Warp out front right now. So a lot of these drivers absolutely loving it here. If you guys want to have a little bit of a different viewpoint of this race, and you guys could see just about everything that I am seeing. You guys could go.
Oh, something's going on with the one car.
You guys could go to that link that my personal channel just posted right there. You said something happened with the one car.
Yeah, I think Steve Castle said he froze or something. He's kind of stuck on the track at the moment.
Yeah, let's come back here and take a look. Yeah, it looks like it happened in the middle of 1 and 2. He was just pacing in that outside lane, and the car just kept going straight.
Unfortunately, I think that's going to be the end of his day as he's kind of stuck on the track and not able to. Unless he's able to get his computer unfrozen there.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to wait to find out, see what happens there. Let me come back here. Let me switch this account. I didn't catch that I was on a different channel. But this link here will work, the one that we just sent right there. If you guys click on that, that is our live timing and scoring. And so you guys can see exactly what I see on my end, thanks to SDK Gaming. All right, so we're going to double this up. We're going to do this here once again. We had to go one extra lap, which is okay. And that's 10-4 on your message. Pace car is off. Ryan Warp. Barry Nelson will bring the field to the green flag. And we are green flag once again here at Echo Park. Ryan Warp got it.
Ryan Warp waited really late to go into the box that time. He did it at the absolute last minute, and it worked out for him.
Yeah, definitely worked out for him as that outside lane is just not going now. As we see Barry Nelson in that number 28 machine starting to fall back to just about that 6th, 7th spot now. And now everybody's starting to leave him up. And as he gets turned, heading up into turn 3, he will keep it straight. Got turned off the front bumper of Timothy Eisburn. But he will go ahead and fall back in line. Probably going to be right here behind the 10 of Kirby Wainscott. Definitely very unfortunate there for Eisburn. He's just having not having really good much luck here in Atlanta. As we see that 28 machine stuck to the outside lane at the moment. No, that's not the 20. Yeah, that is the... Who am I looking at? Robert Morris in the number 21, but hanging on with that number 28 paint scheme. That just threw me off for a second. As this is the actual 28. So this Haviline number 28 versus this number 20 Haviline. You know what, Dakota? I think they're out to confuse us.
I will say, I did see in the chat earlier, I believe the 3 car is supposed to be actually in the 88. Something didn't get put right, so maybe there's a couple things like that. So it's showing us that he's in the 3, or iRacing is, but he's actually supposed to be in the 88.
Right.
So his paint scheme is correct.
And so the one in the 88, but I'm not showing an 88 on track.
Okay, it's the 3 car, Troy Thomas. He's supposed to be the 88. iRacing has it put wrong.
Got you.
Yes. So maybe a couple other guys having the similar issues here.
Yeah, that's very, very possible. As Steve Vest, he goes, drops to the back. Catching back up here with our race leaders, the top 10, it looks like pretty much running single file. Until you get to right about Robert Morris in that number 21-28 machine. So Robert Morris is actually probably in the 21. Because the 28 is actually Barry Nelson.
Oh yeah. That's
So
what I'm saying, like maybe
so the
it's showing their own pain, or I mean, it could be anything.
Hey, you know what? Let's find out.
It is showing 28 paint for me as well, so.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and update our paints here once again as we take a look at these Daytona Speed Week's paint schemes. All these gray schemes with no numbers. But yeah, so he's still showing the 28 for me here. So, but that is a custom number paint scheme right there.
It'll be all right. We're kind of used to it.
Yeah.
Especially in other leagues, we have to deal with it quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Not to throw any names out there.
It looks like we got one driver thinking about going 3 wide on Richie Joplin here. Thought better of it. I believe that's going to be the 50. No, it's not. It's not Bonner. I don't know. Somebody was probably thinking about going 3 wide up here. Oh, that's Truth Hoke in that number 55 machine. He's actually trying to race to get his lap back. So he's made his way from the back all the way up here to the front, running just about in that 7th spot on track. But he is actually back in that 18th position. So he's just trying to race to get his lap back, and he's hoping for a caution to come out because he is currently the first car 1 lap down, so he would be the beneficiary of the lucky dog as he makes his way up into that 3rd spot, as he is giving that 89 of Richie Joplin one heck of a push to take over that race lead, and he will lead this lap. And now Truth Hoke is going to possibly get left to the outside. And now he's got Robert Morrison, that number 21 machine, falling back on him. So he's not go. We got one sideways. That's Jack Kelly into the inside wall. He's going to keep it going in the right direction. So no caution's going to come out here as we come back here to the front of this field. As we see Truth Hoke still trying to make something work on that outside lane so that he can get back on the lead lap the hard way. And it's possible to do it. You can very well get your lap back the hard way here, but it's very, very uncommon.
Yeah, that is very true. It's very hard to get your laps back. You know, even if you do get your lap back, you're still just going to be stuck at the front of the field. I mean, kind of a sitting duck just to get a lap down again. But we'll have to see how it plays out for him. But keep in mind what I texted you. I'll be right back.
10-4. All right, and here they come back around the outside now, getting pushed. Ryan Warp is now getting pushed by Truth Hoke. But Richie Joplin currently holds that inside lane. Andrew Teft snuck his way up into that 2nd spot as they exit turn number 4 here. Truth Hoke doing a phenomenal job at pushing that number 45 up to the front here. So he's looking to take it over as you see Andrew Teft now tapping the back bumper of Joplin. And here comes Ryan Warp and that 55 machine of Truth Hoke. He's trying to make something happen. Ryan Warp. Ryan Warp will lead that last lap. That number 55 machine still trying to get back onto the lead lap here as these drivers head up here into turn number 3 and 4. As we ride on board here with Austin sailing that number 300 machine. He's up top in that 3rd spot there. As you know, as you see, he's falling back a little bit here from Truth Hoke in that number 55 machine. So that inside or that outside lane isn't going anywhere, as you see Sale now working back to that inside lane. So definitely not what you want to see there, as that outside lane continues to fade here to the back. As Dana Ryan will take over the 3rd spot here from Ryan Warp on that outside. And now Joe Bonner in that number 53 machine as well is going to take over those spots. And Ryan Warp decides he's going to drop down. And unfortunately, Truth Hoke right now, he's going to be all to his lonesome self. But he's trying to make some sort of run on the outside here of Ryan Warp, as he is starting to get help from... It's not Barry Nelson. Robert Morrison, that number 21 machine. Sorry, that's just a little bit confusing, but it's alright. We are working lap numbers, coming to lap 66 of 105. So we have crossed over to just under that 50... 40 mark. 40 laps to go here. As we take a look at Timothy Eisburn and that Shaco LLC number 92 Chevrolet. Hasn't had very much luck here today, but he's looking to turn it around as he is currently up here in that 7th spot. And as of right now, everybody in front of him, they are running single file. But Truth Hoke, he's still trying to hold on to that outside lane, running back in between that 4th and 5th spot. Still trying to get his lap back here, but he's actually holding very strong by himself up top. So I'm actually very impressed here with Truth Hoke out of Hickory, North Carolina. A little bit of movement there this time out of your 4th place of Joe Bonner there. Got a little bit of squirreliness in the tri-oval, but he was able to go ahead and keep control of it. As you see, Richie Joplin, as they're now going 3 wide up here in turns 3 and 4. So for the first time, we're actually seeing them work it 3 wide. Oh, trouble, trouble, trouble. Hoke around 300 involved here as well. That's Austin Sale. Hold on to it. Truth Hoke, he was able to save it. How the heck was that not a caution? What an incredible save by about 4 or 5 different drivers. Let's go back here, take a look, see what happened. Just really hard racing here, and 3 wide coming here through the quad oval does not work out very well. And so Bonner gets tapped by Sale, and that brings Bonner up the track into Hoke. And those two beat and bang, and there's Sale getting involved in 92. Timothy Eisburn trying to avoid, which he does tremendous job at. Really good job there as he gets a little bit loose. But no harm, no foul for a lot of these drivers. As we are going to continue racing here at Echo Park. Your top 5, Richie Joplin, Andrew Teff, Dana Ryan, Ryan Warp, Robert Morris. As we have 1 driver making their way down into the pit lane, and that's going to be Ryan Warp in that number 45. So we've gotten to the point where we are going to start our green flag pit stops. And our first taker here is going to be Ryan Warp. Your top 3, Richie Joplin, Andrew Teff, Dana Ryan, all separated from Robert Morris, Troy Thomas, and Timothy Eisburn and company.
Yeah, we're pretty close, almost 30 laps left in this race. Sorry about that, I'm back.
No worries.
But how many laps did they go before they pit there? I was a little distracted. So
I have not a clue. I've been just too busy enjoying the hell out of this race. As your top 3 are still, we got trouble in the back. Troy Thomas is around. Oh, hard contact for Troy Thomas. Timothy Eisburn once again involved. And Truth Hoke here involved as well. Not what that number 55 needed, as he is now crab walking here. Timothy Eisburn involved.
That's not going to help the number 45 around Warp either, as he's going to have to try to take a wave around here and start in the back of the field.
Let's take a look here, see what happened. Yeah, looks like...
I think the 88 just got loose off the exit of the corner.
Yeah. The 88...
point of view, because 85 doesn't make any contact with him. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're right. You're right. Oh, Timothy Eisburn once again involved in something of not his doing here at Atlanta. And take a look at how hard of a hit Troy Thomas takes here to the inside wall, almost putting it completely on its side, and then just add insult to injury right there as you see Truth Hoke and Iceburn come back and hit him once again. Just, oh man, very unfortunate there for these drivers. And that front right tire of Timothy Iceburn absolutely destroyed. And let's come take a look here as we ride on board with Iceburn. Just minding his own business. Man, only if he knew what happened. There he goes. Man, that's very unfortunate there for Iceburn. But he's down here now getting damage repaired on his machine. So I'm pretty sure he's already used up one fast repair. So I think that's going to be about a 6-minute fix there.
That might be a DNF the way his wheel looks, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Yeah, my heart just breaks for Timothy here today. Crystal Boatfield, welcome in. Hope you're having a great... Oh, wait. Hi, babe.
Man, I feel bad for Ryan Warp. I mean, he literally just went into the pits, and I believe this is gonna... Yeah, he's gonna be restarting about 13th place here from the looks of it, unless he did get the lucky dog.
Yes, he did get the lucky dog. He is back here on the lead lap.
But I still think he has to start at the end of the field, though.
Yes, because he did get the lucky dog, yeah.
It's just very unfortunate for him as he pit a little bit early, trying to do a little bit of a pit strategy. Now he's going to work his way back through this field and hope and pray he doesn't end up like Timothy Iceburn and in the wall.
Yeah, for sure. You know, but Ryan Warp, you know, he's one of those drivers that knows his way around and be safe with it. So we could definitely watch him move up through the field as he's going to restart back here in that 13th spot. So his time's not yet over here.
But I do believe we are getting ready to go back green flag racing here very shortly. After we're closing up on the 5th caution, Andrew Tett's going to be leading us back to the green. It looks like Dana Ryan on his outside. Andrew looking for help from Richie Joplin at 3rd place, and Kyle Hess looking to help Dana Ryan on that 4th place spot. So we'll have to see if the outside line can get a pretty good restart here or not.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting to see as you see the pace car dropping off right here. And the green flag waves once again here at Echo Park. That outside lane does not go as there's a big stack up on the outside. So that's going to allow that inside lane to start moving forward as that outside lane just absolutely just dissipates into the oblivion here.
You know, I believe Andrew Teft, I think it was the Cup Series last night, or was it the night before? He ended up finishing, I believe, 2nd, and I think his brother finished 1st. So, I mean, possibly looking for a little bit of redemption here to try to win this race tonight.
Yeah, but one thing, you know, we all know about Andrew Teft, he's absolutely strong at super speedways. You know, I don't know how he does it, but he always finds his way towards the front of this field no matter what happens. You know, and here with coming to 27 to go this time by, you know, it's no surprise seeing that number 98 out front. And I just want to point out, Ryan Warp, he's already up to that 7th spot since we gone green flag 2 laps ago. So he's slowly starting to make his way back up through the field here. He's right behind Jonathan Stidham in that number 42 machine, as we had one car duck down onto the apron briefly, and that's going. Oh, go ahead.
That 28 machine, I believe, slid up the track a little bit, which allowed for the 38 to get on his inside. And the 28 tried to come back down, and 38 reacted and went down to the apron. I believe that might be what you're talking about there.
Yes. Oh, we have an issue back here with Ryan Warp. He got down onto the apron here in turns 1 and 2. He fell back into a 3-wide situation. So he went from 6th back to that 8th position. I'm sorry, from that 7th to 9th position.
Oh, he got really loose going into 1. Holy. I just went back and looked at that. These cars are like on edge today. I don't think I've ever seen the Cup cars get this loose here before.
Yeah, definitely not normal for these race cars to act this way as they are coming down the back straightaway here with 25 to go. Right now, your top 13 pretty much running single file, except for Kyle Hessen, that number 86 machine, just kind of stuck to that outside lane above the 15 there of Kensley Smith, who is actually 2 laps down. Something that we're not familiar with seeing out of Kensley. And this is definitely not the way he wanted today to go. Because as it would stand now, he would probably lose the points lead to Andrew Teft as Kensley Smith goes way up the track. As of right now, everybody pretty much running single file here for the race lead. They know that they've still got 23 laps to go before they really got to make anything happen. Let's see. There we go. Looking back from Andrew Teft in that number 98 machine. Nice little beautiful view, watching everybody just foul along.
Yeah, and with there being about 21 laps to go next time we cross the line here, I've got a feeling we're about to see the aggression start to pick up here. And possibly start to see a little bit more people try to work that outside line to get something going here. Like we did a little bit earlier, you know. You get the right help up here, it definitely does work. You just got to get the people you trust.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like we got just about your top 13 here running single file, pulling away from Brett Bray and company, which they're now just about 3 seconds back behind this pack. So that the drivers back there, they're definitely falling back, and you know they got to hope for a caution to get so that they can get caught back up. Oh, one car way down. That's Ryan Warp in the number 45. So now he's starting to have issues trying to get back up through the field. But he just got loose out of turn number 2. Kind of a repeat of what we saw back there with... who was it?
He just got loose out of 1 not even a few laps ago.
Yeah.
Kinda... I want to look at the back of his car, see if he has any damage. See if I can get a good view here.
Yeah, one driver that does have a really good view. It's going to be Kyle Hessen, that number 86 machine. Oh. Now it's actually going to be Kensley Smith. Yeah, I'm not seeing any damage. It looks squeaky clean on the back end.
It's so weird that these cars are getting this loose here. As many times as I've raced here, I don't think I've ever had the car break loose on the exit like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely very, very awkward to see. as the intensity up here is starting to pick up, as they're I think they're starting to realize that, you know, oh, one car way down, that's going to be Jonathan Stidham. Loose, excuse me, getting major loose. Oh, he got into Hess. Kyle Hess is going to bring it down pit road. Good choice there for Kyle Hess to bring that machine down pit road instead of trying to bring it back out onto the racetrack and possibly bring out a caution. So that's definitely a really good heads-up driving there by Kyle Hess. I'm pretty sure that our race officials will clear his black flag here. But no, he's deciding he's going to go ahead and come down pit road and get 4 fresh tires on that machine. As we jump back up here to our leaders here. And it's still all being led by Andrew Teft, followed by Richie Joplin, Jack Kelly, Robert Morse, Austin Sale, and your top 5. You know, somebody that we haven't really talked much about is that number 50 machine of Terry Fennell out of Savannah, Georgia. He's been just kind of quiet in that number 50 Grizzly machine. Not really making too much noise just yet, but, you know, so far he's been pretty strong hanging in here in the top 6, 7 all day, so can't really complain about his performance here today, but he's looking to possibly try to bring it home today.
But right now, it looks like Andrew Test the man to beat if he does have enough fuel to make it here. Joplin kind of hanging back, not really pushing too hard here. And, you know, the top 3 got a decent gap to 4th place at the moment. But that should be closing up very shortly here.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Man, really good racing here as we have 12 laps to go. You know, in the back of my mind, you know, I'm trying to figure out who's going to be the first one to step out in line. And I'm looking at all these names here in just the top 10 alone. I think all of them would step out, but I can't tell you who would probably be the first one to step out. And if I had to really take a good long swing at it, I would say it's probably Austin Salen, that number 300 machine currently running in that 5th spot. Kensley Smith, he's coming down pit road. As we now starting to have the number 28 of Barry Nelson, he's stepping out already back here in the back. But he lost a little bit of help there from Joe Bonner in that number 53 machine. So it kind of stalled out there just a little bit here as they coming down the back straightaway. So he's going to have to get himself recouped and see if he can find something different here.
And that 3-car, you know, group on that outside starting to make a little bit of momentum as they're coming into 1. Looks like they're going to have someone else hop up there and join them as well.
Yeah, that number 300 of Sale trying to make some noise up here as well as they come down the back straightaway, as he's working on the outside of Robert Morse. As we get a good look out of them going 3 wide on the exit of turn 4, as they think better of it and pull it back down. Oh, we have trouble. The 49 Dana Ryan, hold on to it. No, he gets into the 20, or the 22 gets into him. But they're both able to keep themselves going straight. Oh, no. Oh! Big contact here on the backstretch. Let's come back here, see what happened. He was trying to hold on to it, hold on to it, hold on to it, and just right back across the track. But we're going to stay green flag racing as we have 7 laps to go. And this pretty much just brought our field from 13 drivers to probably just about 8 drivers. And it does look like Austin Sale in that 300 machine still trying to see if he's going to get any help on that outside lane, but not able to get anything as the 28 of Barry Nelson gets up into the wall. And here they come now here, back down the back straightaway.
You know, the big thing here is this track is a lot smaller than Daytona or Talladega, so if you're going to make a move, you're going to have to do it a lot sooner because you're not going to have as much time to build up the momentum here.
Yeah, for sure, as these drivers are coming 5 laps to go this time by, so we have just a little bit over maybe 9 miles before the end of this race. So, you know, these drivers definitely have to try to figure it out, you know, see what they want to do. And question is, how is Andrew Teft going to hold on to all this pressure now as we come to 4 to go this time by, as we see Richie Joplin thinking about going to the outside. He's teasing it for sure, as Jack Kelly is falling back a little bit to that 300 machine to try to get themselves hooked up for a good run. But I think they're just too far apart at this time to make anything happen. As you see the 28 of Barry Nelson trying to make a run on the outside by himself again. It's not going to work, Barry. I hate to tell you, my dude.
Yeah,
3 to go.
Joplin's going to have to try to do the fake out, go to the outside, and dive to the inside here, but it's really going to depend on Andrew Tift decides to block or not.
Yeah, definitely. As we have all these drivers now jockeying for position, who's going to make a move and when? Right now, that's the man to beat right there, Andrew Teft in that number 98 machine. This is it. 2 to go, guys. 3 miles left. Andrew Teft, Richie Joplin, Jack Kelly, Austin Sale, Terry Fennell, your top 5. Oh, and here comes Sale trying to make a run on the outside. Ryan Warp moving up to possibly go with him, but it might be a little bit too late here as he squeezes himself back in front of Fennell. White flag this time for Andrew Teft, who is going to make the run. 1.5 miles left here as we have one car coming out of the pits for the final time. Down the back straightaway. Who is going to make a move? We are coming up on a lap car. How is this going to decide it? Now, Sale to the outside of the 38 of Jack Kelly. Jack Kelly, contact. Teft will bring it home, and Sale will get third by a nose. Really good racing there. Jonathan Stidham in that number 42 machine getting all torn up post-checkered. So let's go ahead and come back here. Let's take a look, see what happened to John. He lost it in front of the 15. The 10 gets involved, the 15 of Kensley. So Kensley, Wayne Scott, Stidham involved here on the crash on the back stretch with 1 lap to go. Wow, wow, wow. What a race. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Andrew Teft.
Believe that crash on the backstretch, I'm hearing the 6 car had ran out of fuel.
Oh no. Yeah, definitely not what you want to see. As you see Wayne Scott joining Andrew Teft up here for celebration.
Alrighty, bud. Whenever you're ready, just let me know to win the dragon.
Absolutely, but before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a look here at our race results. Andrew Teft in that number 98 machine out front with your race win. Finishing second is going to be Richie Joplin. Third's going to be Austin Sale. Fourth, Jack Kelly. Terry Fennell will bring it home fifth. Robert Morris, Ryan Warp, Barry Nelson, Kirby Wainscott, Steve Vest will round out your top 10. Dana Ryan, Jonathan Stidham, Brett Bray, Trevor Fetzig, Kensley Smith, Joe Bonner, Kyle Hess, Timothy Eisburn finishing back in that 18th spot. Again, my heart just absolutely breaks for Eisburn. But Truth Hope, Trey Thomas, Blake Davis, Aaron Rowland, and Steve Castle will round out your field here today. Aaron Rowland, yeah, there it is. Why are they switched when... I don't know. I'm not going to ask any questions. Alrighty. So, let's go ahead and talk with our top three, starting with Austin Sale, driver of that number 300, Red Robin Chevrolet.
Yes.
Hey, you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Austin, what an incredible run for you. You were caught up in about 3 or 4 incidents there throughout the race, but you never let your head go down. And let me tell you what, you came back absolutely strong. And getting that pass on the outside coming to the line, what were your thoughts about that? And do you think it would have actually stuck?
Well, coming to the end, the car was definitely getting loose, as you could tell by everybody else. As the run went on, the car just wanted to come around. I made a few moves on the outside a couple times just to see how it would stick, to see if I could actually get past them. And I noticed that I was able to hold it, use a little bit of side draft, so I knew I had something there. And on the final lap, I said, let's do it. So coming into 4, I saw second place, excuse me, second place go to the outside. Figured I'd grab that draft with him and use the side draft on the 38 and tried to hold it as much as I could. I think we did bang doors a little bit there, but great racing by him, by everyone. Definitely got caught up in a few accidents, but like you said, kept my head down, used the one fast repair towards the end, and did as much as I could to get a good finish for the Red Robin machine.
Yeah, definitely a really incredible run for you. And, coming down, to just inside 10 laps to go, I was looking at the top 10 and I was trying to decide who would be the first one to step out. And I'm looking. I'm like, you know what? Austin will probably be the first one to step out. And although the first people to step out outside of the top 10 was, I think it was Timothy Eisburn, I believe it was. I believe, yeah,
Yeah,
I believe it was him. But then in the top 10, you were the first one to jump out in line. I'm like, I knew it. So definitely a really
yeah, I
good run.
saw them. Thank you. I saw them coming from the back, and I figured, hey, I got a lane. Let's go. So definitely some great racing from the outside, and great racing from everybody there.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we let you go, do you have anybody that you would like to thank?
Definitely my spotter, Daytona. Thank you very much. Red Robin for being a sponsor. Andrew Teft and everybody here at Races Elite. You guys put on a amazing show, great races, and definitely can't wait for the 500 in a few weeks.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be one heck of a fun race for sure. Uh,
Absolutely, I'm excited.
yeah. So, what's your thoughts about coming up on that 500 here? I'll be here within the next 2 weeks.
Definitely gonna be a long race, a lot of patience, 200 laps. You know, multiple lanes, can't go crazy right off the bat. So I might, depending on where I qualify, I might just start where I am and then just work my way to the back, stay stay out of trouble, and see what my car can do in the draft by itself. Being pushed, being the pusher, just learn everything as much as I can for the final 30 or so laps.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like a great game plan. Well, Austin, congratulations on your third place finish, and we will see you hopefully next week.
Absolutely, I definitely will be there. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 300 Red Robin Chevrolet, Austin Sale. Let's go ahead and bring up our second place finisher, Richie Joplin. Richie, this is Mike Dakota up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I got a copy. How's it going?
It's going well. First and foremost, congratulations on your second place, and Dakota, go ahead and take it away, buddy.
Man, you had a pretty eventful day today. I believe got involved in a wreck earlier, got an EOL, possibly had to restart in the back there, and worked your way back up to the field. Overall, it seems like you finished pretty decent. Is there anything you could have done differently there, you think?
No, I just thought that was pretty much a racing deal. Didn't like the EOL call. I disagree on that, but it's all good. I fought my way back to second. Give a shout out to the 55. What is that? His name Timothy Hoke. I think that is his name.
Truth.
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 Truth Hope.
Yeah, he hooked up on me on the high side and pushed me all the way back to the front, and I really appreciated that. Other than that, I just had to just sit there and ride, so I had to use my fast repair. So I had to ride there for a little bit, but still be aggressive. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it did. It kind of looked like there towards the middle of the race, everybody was just kind of single filed out and relaxing for a little bit. Uh, I will say it seemed like the outside line was struggling today. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Because I know typically you have a lot more grip than it seemed like the cars had today.
Well, the car was more on a pushy, loose side, so if you didn't hit your marks right on the high side, it would push up into the wall, and then you would cause you to get loose. So I don't know. I mean, but he pushed me up on the high side. I just hit my lines right, and I I got the high side working. I guess it's just if you're comfortable running up there is if it's going to work or not.
Fair enough. Well, again, congratulations on your P2. Mike, you got any more questions for him, sir?
No, Richie, just again, what an incredible run for you here today at Atlanta. Um, you came out, you executed great, and just unfortunately, just Andrew Teft. There's something special about him, and Super Speedway is a very hard driver to get by, but hopefully something can change next week when we get over to the iRacing Super Speedway.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed if you don't have another car behind you, you're not going to be able to get the run. You have to break that bubble. So I was already had it in my mind, so I just ride right behind him and get the best finish I can.
Yeah, definitely a fair point there. But other than that, is there anybody else that you would like to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Ally Will Repair, Navy Joe Coffee, and Flamin' Karma Paint Designs. If you need a paint done, check that out. And that's about it. And appreciate y'all broadcasting this race. I enjoy watching it.
Awesome. Alrighty, well, Richie, again, congratulations on your second place, and we'll see you next week in at the iRacing Superspeedway.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 89 Chevrolet, Richie Joplin.
Yeah, we just interviewed the 89, so why don't we bring the 98 in here?
Yeah. I guess let's go ahead and bring Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Andrew Teft. Andrew, my man, again, what an incredible dominating performance. 16 spots today here at Echo Park. How was your race? How was that ride? And how do you do it?
That's a good question, Mike. Yeah, we just kept it clean today. We started in the back and passed some guys on pit road and passed some guys who wrecked during those yellows. And I knew in races previous to this one that it's been pretty bottom dominant in the next gen cars where it's tough to get anything formed up top. So I figured if I could get some track position at some point, really needed to keep it because tough to pass. And it turned out I was near the front when we last needed a pit. I was able to just kind of keep staying out, and I think we lost some guys in the pack there toward the end. It sounded like there was a couple wrecks, and didn't get a yellow, unfortunately. But I think that really hurt the guys behind me's, I don't know, chance to really make a move on me. They didn't have as much help.
Yeah, the racing here is definitely different between, the trucks to the cup cars. I know the trucks, here, they can run more side by side, laps and laps and laps, but just like I know it's different in the real world. With the cup cars, they are actually able to make that middle line work and be able to run it to side by side, but just here in iRacing, it's just really hard to get that outside lane formed in the cup cars. So you definitely mastered it here today, and just once again, you bring it home for another great win. And I believe this would throw you up in top of the point standings, as Kensley Smith had some issues here today. But before we send it your way for your throwouts, Dakota, do you have any questions for our race winner?
Let's see. If you had to pick one more race to win throughout this, the chase and everything, what would you pick
In this series?
Yeah.
What we got?
We got the iRacing Super
I
Speedway
can't remember.
and Daytona.
Yeah, iRacing in Gen 4 and Daytona in
Back in the cup cars, yeah.
I think I'd rather win in the Gen 4. I just like those cars. They've got a lot of horsepower, just fun to drive. And iRacing Superspeedway is kind of an oddball. For those that don't know, it's kind of like a fictional track, 3-miler. So shaped like a paperclip, kind of high banked. So I don't know. It's just fun, kind of quirky. I think I'd rather win there.
Now I've actually been sitting here thinking about this one, Andrew. Since we do run on the iRacing Super Speedway for next season, is there a way that we can get the Monza Oval added? I think that would be a blast to run the trucks.
Yeah, we need to set one of those up at some point.
Yeah, I think that would be fun as heck. All right, I'm sorry, Dakota, I jumped in there. Go ahead and finish up with Andrew.
Nope, all good, man. That's honestly the only question I had for you. So, who you want to shout out and who you want to thank for helping you get it done?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Richie. He had a good run tonight. we wound up working together for most of the race. Couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if he was just hanging out or if he couldn't get a run on me at the end there, and it sounds like he was just struggling to get a run. But happy to have worked with him, and want to thank our servicemen, women, friends, family, team, and if you want to check us out, just head on over to racerselite.com.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations once again, Andrew, on your race win here at Echo Park Speedway. We look forward to seeing you next week over at the iRacing Super Speedway in the NASCAR Gen 4. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, next weekend we've got a big Daytona 500 weekend race also on Sunday. So, you can find all the info for that also on our website, which was racerselite.com.
Man, I can't believe it's already that time.
It's an all-day Sunday event, so make sure you tune back in. It'll be a lot of fun. There'll be some elimination races. I didn't make the feature for the last one of these we did, which was kind of a bummer, but it's just part of the game. So hopefully I can make this one. They're pretty tough.
Yeah, definitely one of the tough ones out here. Well, congratulations again, Andrew, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner for Chicken Coop Racing, Andrew Teft in that McDonald's number 98 Ford Mustang. Dakota, overall, the racing tonight went a lot better than I anticipated. I believe the last time we were here, we saw upwards to just about 11 or 12 cautions, I think. Today, I think we only maxed out at 6 cautions, if that.
Yeah, I will say the car is just absolutely driving a lot different than they normally do as well. So I don't know if that played a factor into it or not.
Yeah, so 5 cautions today, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. And, you know, these guys definitely kept us on our toes and everything like that. What's your final thoughts before we head out here today and we move on to the iRacing Superspeedway?
Well, final thoughts is be prepared for an interesting race next week, Gen 4 iRacing Superspeedway. Ain't that what Andrew just said? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be an interesting combo there. And otherwise, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. We're definitely very excited to head to the iRacing Superspeedway next week. My final thoughts here is you guys buckle up. The end. You guys haven't seen the end of this yet. Andrew Teft and Kensley Smith will head into next week at iRacing Superspeedway. Just a few points separation between the two, so you guys don't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everybody here at Racers Elite Network, I am Mike Taylor alongside the man of chaos himself, Dakota LaRue. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And always remember, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. If it's not fun, ladies and gentlemen, you go and you make it fun. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful time zone. See you next week.